Hello everyone, and if you're tired of the 5 p.m. panic, what's for dinner? Or if you're spending way too much time at the grocery store, this video is for you. Today I'm walking you through my exact meal planning process from start to finish. How this system saves me hours every week, and honestly, it changed the way I eat. So grab your notebook and let's dive in. Before we jump in, let's talk about the why. Now, saving money, everyone wants to save money. Now, no more impulse buying or wasted food or rotting in the refrigerator. It saves time. 1 hour of planning saves up to 5+ hours during the week. And you eating healthier when you have a plan. You make better choices. It reduces stress and no more decision fatigue at dinner time. All right, let's get to the process. Step number 1, the first thing I do is I look at my calendar for the week. I pull out my phone or my planner and that app I'm using called, Out of Milk. Do I have any late work nights or times that I know I'm going to be extra busy? Any social media plans or eating out? Busy evenings with activity? I mark them down because busy nights means a quick meal. Think 20 minutes max. Now, free nights. I can try new recipes on those nights. Now, eating out nights, no cooking needed. Now, we all love that. Now, if you have a hair appointment on Tuesday, now that's a crock pot meal day. If Friday is date night, then don't plan dinner. Step number 2. Next, I take 10 minutes to see what I already have. I open my refrigerator, my freezer, and my pantry, and I ask, what needs to be used up soon? What ingredients do I have a lot of? What proteins are in my freezer? Now, I keep a running list on my phone of these items I'm running low on. This makes shopping so much easier. If I have chicken breast in the freezer or broccoli that needs to be used, that's going to be in my meal plan for that week. Now, those of you who saw me when I did my pantry, you know I use this app called Out of Milk. And that's how I keep up with what's in my pantry and what's in my freezer. And I also have a log sheet I use that I put the meats or the proteins that I buy in the deep freezer, and I have it by the freezer. So when I take out something, I mark it off the list so I can keep up with an accurate count of what I have in my freezer. This includes with my frozen vegetables as well. This way I don't go to the store and say that I need get extra broccoli and I already have like 12 packages in the freezer. Step number 3, I plan for 5 dinners per week, not 7, just 5. Now here's why. We usually eat out once, maybe. We usually have leftovers from one night, so that's a meal. Now life happens. You have to be flexible. You might need more or less depending on your family size and lifestyle. I also plan 2 or 3 breakfasts on repeat. My husband practically eats the same thing for breakfast, so it makes it really easy. Now, 5 lunches. They're usually leftovers or simple stuff like sandwiches or whatever. Snacks that I need to buy. I try to make sure I keep the peanut butter crackers and things like that. Step number 4. This is where it gets fun. I use a simple formula. My weekly template. I have Mondays is a quick meal, 20 to 30 minutes. Tuesday may be a crock pot, 1-pot meal. Wednesday may be the family favorites. Thursday is a new recipe. Friday, flexible or leftovers. Where do I find my recipes? Sometimes I get them on Instagram where I see someone cooking something and I love that and I save it. Now I do have my favorite foods that I cook. I have cookbooks that I use sometimes, recipes that I have made before, like ones you saw your mom or your grandma cooking when you grew up. Now, my 3 rules for picking recipe. Number 1, at least 2 recipes use familiar ingredients, less shopping. Rule number 2, mix up proteins, not chicken every night. Rule number 3, include at least 1 veggie per meal. Now, keep a master list of 20 to 30 go-to meals your family loves. When you stuck, pick one of them off your list. Now, as far as vegetables are concerned, I try to put 2 on the plate when I can. But if I have, like for instance, if I'm cooking a chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole, well, you only have your broccoli. So I always try to make sure I try to have 1 to 2 vegetables per meal. Now, step number 5. Now, I will write out everything that I need to buy. Well, I use the app mostly. And I organize my list by store sections, which I do. It makes it so much easier. Produce, meat and protein, dairy, pantry items, frozen foods or frozen items. I try to keep those separated and I have them on the app listed that way. Now, I check what I already have from step 2. I buy ingredients that work with multiple meals. I stick to the list to avoid impulse buying. I use my phone app out of milk, but you can use paper or pen. Grocery apps like AnyList or your store app. Either one that works for you. Now, an example list for a week. Produce, I need broccoli, bell pepper, onions, and garlic. Protein, I need chicken breast, 2 pounds, ground chicken, 1 pound. Dairy, I need shredded cheese or milk. And pantry, I might need rice-a-roni or chicken broth. That's an example of the list I set up for the week. Now, step number 6. Sunday is my prep day, or either Saturday, depends. I spend an hour making my week easier. What I prep is I wash and I chop my vegetables. I portion out snacks. I cook rice if need be. Sometimes I wait till the day of to cook the rice. I marinate my protein. I pull out breakfast items, which they are already on the counter. You don't have to do everything. Even just chopping up onions and bell pepper can save you time later. My favorite prep ahead items is I pre-wash my salads or greens. I chop my vegetables in containers. I cook grains and store them in the fridge. And I boil hard-boiled eggs. Now the grains is, again, the rice. Now you know after rice sits for so long, it's not good to eat. So I wait the day of to cook the rice because I do not want to get the rice out and it's that slimy or it already has bacteria growing. Now, step number 7. Here's the truth. Your plan is to be a guide, not a prison sentence, okay? If you don't feel like that meal you plan, swap it out for another day. Something came up, that's what the freezer's for, okay? Now, tips to stick with. Now, post your meal plan on the refrigerator. Set reminders to take out meat to thaw. Give yourself grace. It's okay to order pizza sometimes. Yeah. Get your family involved in cooking meals. Now, what I did here when my kids were little, I would have them help pick out some things, and then they would be responsible for fixing an item. Now that my husband is ill, I do it all. I do ask him on occasion, what does he want? Is there a specific thing he wants to eat for that day? Then I try to adjust. The goal is to make your life easier, not add more stress. Now let's quickly review these 7 steps. Number 1, check your schedule. Number 2, check your pantry and refrigerator. Number 3, decide how many meals you want to plan. Number 4, pick your recipes using a template or, your cookbook. Number 5, make and organize your grocery list. Number 6, prep ahead on your chosen day. And number 7, stick to it, but stay flexible. To break it down, the time that I use, planning is about 30 minutes. Shopping, 45 minutes to 50 minutes, depends on where you're going. Prep time, you give yourself an hour to try to get everything ready for the week. And the total is about 2 hours that I save for 5+ hours during the week. So, that 2 hours I spend prepping the vegetables or trying to get the meat in Ziploc bags to separate for meals, that only takes a couple minutes. Now, what I did before, and I'm generally thinking about doing it again, is when I buy my groceries, I separate the meat in the freezer bags for how many we eat per meal. I season them, salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever I'm going to season them with. I season them and I put them back in the Ziploc bag and I freeze them that way. So when I get ready to cook on those days, I can pull it out, thaw it out. The season has soaked in. So all I do when it thaws out, I put a little flour on it if I'm going to put flour or whatever to cook it. And the meat, I did that before, but with my husband and the way he has to eat now, I kind of don't do that because he can't have some of the seasons that I can have. So, it's a give and take on what you do. So now I still divide the meat up in portion sizes per meal and freeze it that way. So when I take out meal for dinner, I just grab a little Ziploc bag and it has 2 to 3 pieces of meat in it, or protein as you want to call it, per meal. So I don't take out the whole family pack to thaw it out, because I buy family packs and divide them up, and that you can get an average family pack for my husband and myself. That may be 4 meals, depending on how many pieces of pork chop or how many pieces of chicken. That may be 4 meals, 3 to 4 meals in a family bag for us. So I buy family packs so I can divide them up to several meals. And that saves me money and also time. Now that's it. That's my complete meal planning process from start to finish. I promise once you do this, for 2 or 3 weeks, it'll become second nature. You'll wonder how you ever live without it. Now, if you find this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more practical tips, and drop a comment and tell me what is your biggest meal planning struggle. Now, you can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. My links will be down below. I will hope to connect with you there. I'll see you in the next video. So happy meal planning. Bye-bye.